Bentornati qui su Cognition episodio 2 The Wise Monkey. Antique shop e cali appartamento. Andiamo prima a vedere.
Erica, good morning.
Not much good about it.
Oh, indeed. Dear, you look a mess. What happened? Come tell me about it.
And now I'm trying to find Sully before something worse happens.
That's quite a terrible thing. I'm so sorry for your loss, my dear. And if I can help you find your young man, don't you hesitate to say.
Thanks, Rose. I'm not planning to turn down any help on this one. Looks like Rose put out a stack of Ouija boards. While I can now admit there are some supernatural things in the world, I still refuse to believe that Parker Brothers has harnessed the spirits of the dead and packaged them in a game board for mass production.
Un gioco da tavola, forse?
Looks like Rose put out a stack of Ouija boards. This is not going... Hey, Rose.
Hello, my dear.
So are you and John... You know.
Oh, no, my dear. Jean is a good man, but not the man for me, nor am I the woman for him. No, I am a woman of certain faiths, and Jean, well, as I said, he's a good man, but not a man of faith.
He believed me when I told him what I could do, and that sounds even crazier than a lot of religious stuff.
Of course he did, my dear. I did not mean that he does not have faith, and in you, he has no doubts at all.
You said you've met people like me before. How many others?
More than you might think. I have spent many years looking for other scions, and that search has taken me to many places.
Oh, I'd be interested to hear more about that, but I don't have time for a life story right now.
Another time, then.
I've been having an easier time with my powers. Well, except for what happened at the Old South meeting house.
What happened there?
I'm not sure. I was running at the killer, and suddenly I started getting flashes, seeing and hearing things without trying to. I couldn't control it or focus, and that's when the killer took the shot and killed Davies.
That's awful. But whose memory is it?
That's the thing. I don't know. It feels like it's mine, but it's not a memory. It's like it hasn't happened yet.
Odd indeed. But sometimes these powers we have expand without warning. I could try to help you focus on it to learn more.
Maybe another time. I can't right now. There's something I need help with. I was trying to get information from an object, but it's not clear. It's like I'm seeing static. Any ideas?
Some items are rarely by themselves. There is a way to make it more clear. What were you looking at?
This paper has a phone number on it, but it's the wrong one. I was hoping to get the right number by using my power on it, but I'm not getting anything helpful.
Remember how you needed more than one item to see that memory of Jean? It's like that. If you can find another item that was there at the same time, an item that shares that moment of history with this one, you may get what you need by combining them, reading them both at the same time.
Finding their synergy?
Yes, you could say that. Find another item to work with that wrong number and bring them back here. Then we can try.
I'm gonna get going.
Goodbye, my dear.
This is not
Vabbè, prima di andare via allora.
The landlord said her parents are paying the rent through the end of Kelsey's lease. Looks like they came by to pick up at some point. Kind of weird that they'd leave the place looking so lived in yet abandoned.
Coltello da cucina.
It's got that roll right out of bed and into a cereal bowl kind of charm. DJ Abhorrent spinning on Fridays at Jaunty Abyss. Into the Woods, spring 2010. Kelsey played Rapunzel. An Evening of Opera, March 2011. Her name's here along with Colleen's. May as well label this wall evidence A through C. This setup must have put her back. This is seriously high-end stuff. This setup must have put her back. This is seriously high-end stuff. There's no disc to play. There's no disc to play.
C'è un appunto.
Dear Kelsey, we miss you so much, sweetheart. We just want to know you're safe. We wanted you to have a place to come back to from wherever it is you've gone. Please call us as soon as you can if you find this. Love always, Mom and Dad. Talk about depressing. Fancy keyboard. Do all music students blow their money on these things? Just an old, empty envelope. It probably had some business mail in it. Pick up anything that isn't nailed down, right? A place like this has central air? Didn't see that coming. That thing looks like it's about to pop a spring. Who's sending her a package? She hasn't lived here in months. This is addressed to Sully. What the fuck?
Cosa? Sully? Un pacco per Sully?
Screw it, I'm opening this thing. Puzzle box. Who the hell put that here? Who would send a puzzle box here and address it to Sully? Those two don't work.
Oh, secondo me quel puzzle base
Damn it,
che
I hate these things. There's always some trick. But what is it?
c'è qualcosa,
That won't work there.
No, dritto.
This is not going to...
Vabbè, qui non c'è nulla.
What's a cute little guy like you doing in a place like this? The bathroom is pretty tiny, just like the rest of the place. It's a basement apartment, or garden level in realtor speak. It wouldn't be worth the trouble. Second-hand twin bed, second-hand chair, second-hand everything. This place is the most depressing dorm room knockoff I've ever seen. No cable box, but it does have a built-in VCR. Wow, this girl was old school.
Lì c'è qualcosa di sicuro, però mi serve dei mezzi. Quello appunto, il puzzle boss ho trovato di strano, però non c'ho nulla di qui, serve un disco, ma usciamo. Andiamo all'altro posto che serve. Morgue, morgue. Andiamo a Berkeley, poi a morgue. All'ubitorio, morgue, l'ubitorio.
You must be Special Agent Reed.
I am. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me, Dean Chapman.
Of course. Now, how can I help you?
I need some information on a former student, Kelsey Gardner.
Kelsey Gardner. Oh, yes, the missing girl. Has she been found?
Not exactly.
Oh, that's a shame. What can I do to help, Agent?
Office of the Dean of Students, Berklee College of Music. Official looking stuff. May I take a copy of this?
Well, do you need it for something?
Not really.
Then I'd rather you didn't.
I don't have a reason. Ugh, that thing's a mess. Paper sticking out, overstuffed drawers. The drawers are labeled personnel, finances, coursework. I'd be more surprised if he didn't have a few of these in his office. Wow, is that cello signed by Yo-Yo Ma? Damn! And a guitar signed by the Beatles? That had to set him back a lot. I can play a little piano, but I'd be embarrassing myself playing in front of him. I can play a little... He keeps his desk neat. Inbox, some blank office of the Dean station. Isn't that one of those really swanky hotels in Dubai?
Non si sa mai, tante volte.
Those two don't... This is not going...
Dai,
Daniel Chapman, the Dean of Students. Although with that he should be able to tell me more about Kelsey and why she dropped out.
dai, parliamoci. Che ci dirà? Sì, però la
Dean
bimba.
Chapman.
Hello, Agent Reed.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I've been the Dean of Students at Berkeley for the last 5 years. Before that, I was a professor here. I taught in the strings department, as well as some composition courses.
How much interaction do you get with the students now?
Well, I make the effort to meet all of them at the very least. I still teach one course a semester as well, and of course a few students do their work study in the offices here.
What can you tell me about Kelsey?
Not much, I'm afraid. I try to get to know every student, but with so many of them, it's hard to know some more than passingly. She was brought to my attention while the police investigated her disappearance.
Asking why she dropped out.
Yes, financial problems, a real shame. She lost her merit scholarship after 2 years. Her grades dropped, and she dropped out during her junior year.
Why not try to get a student loan?
I'm not sure. I think she tried, but she wasn't able to get one.
Then what happened to her?
I'm not sure, I'm afraid.
Why did she have so much trouble getting a loan?
Well, you'd have to talk to a creditor for those details, but it's always an unfortunate situation.
College doesn't come cheap.
No, it doesn't, but the college has costs to cover as well. No magic wand to wave to work.
What about her family? They can pay?
Well, I don't know what her family's situation was.
What classes did Kelsey take?
Most of her classes were in performance and composition, specifically singing.
Did she ever take any classes with you?
Oh yeah, she took one of my composition classes.
So you must have known her from that.
Those classes are rather large, you must understand. Now that I think about it, I do remember her being in my class, though she wasn't the most involved student.
I'd also like to ask you about 2 other Berkeley students. They were recent murder victims.
Oh, yes, of course. Has progress been made in either of their cases?
We believe they were the victims of the same killer. Actually, I'm pursuing the possibility that Kelsey Gardner killed them both. I need to know if there was any connection beyond them all going to school here.
You really think she might have killed them? Kelsey? My God, I would have never thought.
You said you didn't know her very well.
No, but I'd be shocked to hear that about any of our students. I'll help you however I can.
Luke Jensen was a recent murder. Do you know if he and Kelsey had any classes together, or if they were friends?
Well, I'll check our student records. No classes together. Even any of the same dorms. Oh, here we are. It looks like Kelsey was tutored by Luke in her freshman year in composition.
Were those one-on-one sessions?
Probably. Small group sessions at most.
How did she do in the class?
She got a B that semester, but in later composition courses, her grades fell. Her last grade in that subject was a D.
Sounds like the lessons didn't stick. Colleen Lavery was still a student here. What can you tell me about her?
Bright young woman, very talented singer. Her death was truly tragic, and what was done to her was just awful.
Any connection between her and Kelsey?
No classes together. The merit scholarship that Kelsey lost was awarded to Colleen the next year.
Would Kelsey have known this?
Well, it's possible. Some scholarships announce whom they've been awarded to.
Did Kelsey have any friends I could talk to?
I don't know what her social circle was, but I could put you in touch with her old roommate.
I'd appreciate that.
Homelin, could you please contact the former roommate of Kelsey Gardner? Agent Reed would like to speak with her.
Certainly, sir. I'll have her information ready for when Agent Reed is done.
Those are all the questions I have for now. Can you think of anything else I should know about Kelsey or either of the victims?
No, that's all I can think of.
If you think of anything, contact me. Thank you for your time, Dean Chapman.
Yes, of course. Good luck, Agent Reed. Is there something you need from my files, Agent?
No. Sorry.
Ah, oh.
She's not home. I left my card and told her to text me when she's home.
Ok. Andiamo di qua. No, non c'è cosa.
AFK. Terrence must be working the crime scene at the Old South Meeting Hall. I don't have a reason to do that. It looks empty without the big guy in it.
Perché passa attraverso gli ascensori
Agent
chiusi.
Reed, how can I help you?
I wanted to say goodbye to Davies. Everything happened so fast I didn't have a chance before.
You know my rules, Agent Reed. No contamination and no private visits before I've finished my work.
Right. The autopsy report must be happening soon.
I have paperwork to take care of. Please, show yourself out.
Sorry to interrupt.
Dai, Vittorio c'è la Davis. Nulla. C'è la Davis, è morta. C'è qui. Ah, non c'è nessuna. Cosa? Come si dice? Ah no, è là proprio non si apre come l'altra volta. Va bene. Parliamo con Gwen. Alla scrivania di Tess, giusto? La penna rossa per forza.
This is the one. Lucky for me, she wasn't using the same kind everyone else does. Tess's pen. I can't believe anyone over the age of 15 actually uses this thing. Wrong number. Maybe Rose can help me with this. I have the pen that secretary took down the wrong number with.
Good. Hold them both together and use your powers on them at the same time. It should give you a clearer image, show you the memory that these things share.
Oh, allora.
Okay. I'll give this to Agent Reed when she gets back.
Bene. Spettacolare, vai, ce l'abbiamo fatta.
It's working. I've got the number.
And they say synergy's just a buzzword.
Do you think if I combine even more items, I can make a memory clearer? See more of it?
I should think so. If you had a number of items that had been in the same place at the same time.
That'll come in handy. Cordelia's actual phone number. Cordelia's actual phone number.
Hello?
Hi, Cordelia. This is Erica Reed.
Erica, hello! I'm so glad to hear from you.
Sorry it took a while. I'm glad you came by, though. I wanted to talk to you about something.
I was just on my way to visit my brother, in fact. We could meet there in half an hour?
Sounds good. See you soon.
Hello, Erica.
Hi, Cordelia. Cordelia was there that night. I knew I'd seen her before. Cordelia, this is hard for me to say. I don't even know where to start.
Try me.
I remembered something from the night that my brother died. I knew I had seen you before, but I couldn't place it. 3 years ago, you were here the night he was murdered in this cemetery.
I know. That's why I tried to find you at the FBI office. I remembered seeing you here that night, too. When I realized who you were, it was horrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't a problem my coming by the office. I just didn't know how else to contact you.
It's fine. It's just been a busy few days. I can give you my cell phone number if you ever need to contact me again.
Thank you.
What were you doing here?
I was visiting Max's grave.
And how did you get close to the crime scene?
I was sitting here, and I heard a gunshot. I didn't know what it was, so I called 911. Minutes later, I saw the commotion, the police cars, and I got closer. A police officer asked me to leave, but before I did, I saw you. It was you.
You didn't need to come to the office to tell me you remembered me. Why were you really there?
I wasn't sure I wanted to say it. I feel kind of dumb. It's just... Recently, I felt unsafe at my apartment. I started noticing a man hanging around. I don't like how he looks at me. After I realized who you were, I remembered something. That night you were here, I think I saw him here too.
What? Cordelia, what do you mean?
I can't be positive. He looks different. There are scars on this guy's face, but I swear I remember those eyes. It might be him, but more importantly, I'm afraid.
If that man is really... I can't check it out myself right now, If I can get a car over there at least. Someone to keep an eye on things until I can get there myself.
You'd do that? Thank you so much, Erica. I live at the Enthon Towers by the Charles River.
You did the right thing. I'll get over there myself soon, I promise. You said you took over the business from your brother. What do you do?
He owned and managed some properties in the city, so now it's what I do. I'm not nearly as visionary as Max was, though.
Sounds like good work.
Not quite as interesting as being an FBI agent.
Interesting, yes. Good for your blood pressure or psyche, that's up for debate.
That sounds like you've had a bad day.
You could say that.
Do you want to talk about it?
A friend of mine was taken by someone this morning. I don't know where he is, but I know he's hurt badly and I have to find him.
That's awful. But you sound determined. I'm sure you'll find him.
Just finding him isn't good enough. I found Scott, I found Davies, and I was too late to save either of them.
I know what it's like to lose someone close to you, Erica. You care about this friend of yours a lot, don't you?
I do. More than I've let him know. But there are things I haven't told him about myself. I wish things were...
simple?
Exactly. Something normal. Something that isn't messed up. But I'm starting to think there is no not messed up in my life.
You sound a lot like me sometimes.
What was your brother like?
Max... he was the real star in the family. Brilliant. Everyone loved him, and he was always kind to me. We lost our parents when I was still young, but he always looked out for me and made me part of the business. I wasn't really qualified at the time, but I tried to be for him.
It sounds like you were really close.
We were. I miss him so much, even now. I know he's gone, but there's still this hole where he used to be.
Well, same with me and Scotty. I'll hear a joke I know he'd love, or see a movie that's right up his alley, and sometimes I forget for a minute that I can't tell him about it.
Those are some of the best minutes, though.
I talked to Rose. You were right. She's been a big help.
She's a good woman. I'm glad it worked out.
What kind of pain did she help you with?
Oh, it was... she helped me deal with Max's death. We'd just moved into a new place before it happened, and I wasn't dealing very well with it. I felt like I had no one else to turn to, no one else who understood what I was going through.
Oh. Well, glad she could help you. I was lucky I had people like John and my dad after Scotty died. I can't imagine going through it alone. I need to get back to my case. I'll let you know when I've got a car at the towers.
Thank you so much, Erica. If there's anything I can do, even if you just need to talk again, you've got my number.
I might take you up on that. I like not feeling quite so... weird. McAdams?
Agent Reed?
I need a BPD car sent over to the Enthon Towers.
Why?
A friend of mine. She thinks someone may be stalking her.
Then she should call the police and file the complaint with them. Focus on your case. I shouldn't need to stress that Agent Sullivan's life depends on it.
About that interagency request.
The answer is still no, Agent. Stop wasting time and get back to work.
Damn it. If I tell him what it's really for, he'll never sign anything. About that
The answer is...
Damn it. I'll get back to it. Hey, Gwen. Any news?
Not really. Sorry.
I need an interagency request form.
Here you go.
It looks like you're buried in paperwork.
I'm so busy I haven't been able to get these forms to McAdams to get them signed. He's gonna be so mad at me.
Thanks, Gwen. Let me bring the stack in for you, at least.
Would you? Oh, thank you, Erica. You are a savior.
No problem, Gwen. Thank you, Gwen.
Anytime.
I'll just add this one on top. Here, these are from Gwen for you to sign.
And why are you bringing me these?
Because Tess quit. The evidence room was robbed, and she's going gray trying to keep everything together out there on her own.
She has her job, you have yours. But fine, give her this one, she can get the rest later.
Here are some of those forms, Gwen. I think he said to bother him frequently about getting the rest of them done.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Thanks, hon.
And could you fax this to Officer Jonathan Duffer at the BPD for me?
All right.
Thanks, Gwen.
Hello, Erica.
Hi, Cordelia. It's all sorted out. There'll be a police car outside the building soon. I'll get there when I can, but in the meantime, if you see that guy, let them know, okay?
Thank you so much, Erica. I feel safer already knowing you're looking out for me.
I'm glad I could help. I'll call you later. It's from Melissa, Kelsey's old roommate. She's back at her apartment.
Dai, faccio la chiacchierata con quella e poi vi saluto per questa Seconda parte. Qui no era meglio.
Hello? Miss Karubia?
Who is it?
Special Agent Erica Reed, FBI.
Yes, of course. The Dean's office called about you. Namaste, Miss Reed.
It's Agent Reed, actually.
Of course. My apologies. Please, have a seat.
All organic apples, no doubt. Ugh, she couldn't be bothered to throw it out when she was done. Those look well used. She must be pretty into the spiritual occult stuff. Wouldn't surprise me if she knew Rose, actually. These are all for local bands and clubs. This girl is the hippiest hipster I've ever seen.
Hey.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course.
Can you tell me about yourself, Miss Karubia?
Melissa's just fine. I'm a senior at Berkeley, studying composition and music therapy.
Music therapy? They teach you that here?
Oh, yes. It's a wonderful program. Music can be a powerful healer and helper for all kinds of people.
If you say so. What can you tell me about your old roommate, Kelsey Gardner?
Poor girl. She was so bright when we met. Then it all fell apart on her. First, she lost her scholarship, then her work study, then she got refused for a loan, then she dropped out. We lost touch after she moved out. Is she all right? Did you find her?
Not yet. What was she like?
She was nice, but she had a hard time deciding what to study. Very unfocused. She even tried to get a club DJ to teach her how to spin once.
And the last time you talked? What did she say then?
It wasn't good. Her aura was an angry mess.
Angry about what?
Oh, a lot of things.
What do you know about her financial problems?
Kelsey couldn't afford to pay tuition after she lost the scholarship and got fired from her work study. No loans, no favors, and her family couldn't help either. She was really mad at everyone. I was given her spot in the chamber choir and she was so mad.
Was that the last time you talked to her?
One of the last. The very last was when she moved out and couldn't pay her half of the rent that month.
That must have been a strain for you.
Yeah. Oh, no, I forgot. Her boyfriend paid it off for her a few weeks later.
What was her work-study job, and why was she fired?
She worked at the dean's office. She said it was unfair that she was fired, but I don't know why it happened.
The dean of students? Daniel Chapman's office? He didn't say she worked there.
She did. All of sophomore year, maybe longer.
When was she fired?
A month into junior year, I think.
So much for not knowing her. Who was Kelsey's boyfriend?
Joey.
Joey. Last name?
You know, I don't know. But he worked at the post office down the street.
I was just there yesterday, actually. Joey. What does he look like?
Oh, brown hair, blue eyes. He had a very nervous aura.
Sounds like the clerk I met. Weird. What else do you know about him?
Not a lot. He didn't talk to me much. He was always focused on Kelsey. He loved her so much. I don't think she was quite as into him, though.
Do you know if they were still together when she went missing?
I don't know.
Have you had any contact from Kelsey at all since she disappeared?
Like, from beyond?
Beyond what?
Beyond, you know, spirits.
Of course.
Yes, I think Kelsey might have tried to contact me.
Through the spirits?
Ha! No. There was a package outside my door this morning. It had a charm in it, just like this bracelet she used to wear.
A silver charm? Where is it now?
It's, fudge. I know I put it somewhere around here, but I forget where. I'll have to focus and seek guidance from the spirits. But it works better when I'm alone.
You do that. You said she was trying to learn how to DJ? Who was teaching her?
DJ Abhorrence.
I've heard that name before. Was his real name Nick Stewart?
DJ Abhorrence isn't?
Was he close with Kelsey?
She knew him better than I did, but the lessons didn't last that long.
A silver charm? Where is it now?
It's, fudge. I know I put it somewhere around here, but I forget where. I'll have to
You do. Thanks for your time.
Namaste. Please, don't touch me while I'm seeking guidance.
Sorry. I need to find a way she'll let me touch her. That won't work then. This is not going to work. Thanks for your time.
Namaste.
Namaste. E andiamo a rifare la correttoria. Anche al post office. Ma prima si parla un rettore.
Dean Chapman.
Hello, Agent Reed.
Dean Chapman.
Hello, Agent Reed.
He's already denied knowing her well, but if she worked here, it would probably be in his files. It's something, but it's not enough on its own to go making threats. He'll probably continue to say she never worked here.
No.
Can I talk to you?
That's what they pay me for. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a man who works here named Joey.
Joey Gothals.
I think so.
You and me both, lady. He ditched his shift today. Didn't even call in. I get called in instead.
Have you called him? Has anyone been by his house?
They called, sure. No answer, or he'd be here. And I doubt anyone went to his house. Why?
I need his address.
I can't just give you that.
Did you know Joey's girlfriend? Kelsey?
Sorry, ma'am, I don't know him that well. We just work together.
That's all for now.
Okay. Bye.
I'm an FBI agent, and I need to speak with Joey about a case. Give me his address or get your boss.
Crap. Yeah, okay. Here it is. Is he in trouble?
No, I just need to ask him some questions.
Ok. Sei un po' caro sotto. Non è qui, eh? Yeah. Eccolo, Joey.
This looks more like some old boarded-up warehouse than a home. What a weird place to live. That kind of casing usually protects wires. These are going right into the door. It looks like a fuse box. I've never seen one on the outside of a building before. Oh, it's locked. Mr. Gothals? This is Erica Reed, FBI. We met yesterday at the post office. I'd like to ask you some questions. No answer.
Non dovrebbe essere difficile. È un cavolo di pannello.
I've got no reason to pick the lock on this fuse box.
Non rispondere.
Doesn't look like he's home.
Va bene, facciamo, io sono andato un po' in avanti, vi saluto e vi aspetto alla prossima parte di Cognition, The Wise Monkey. E quindi da Detective Arcanan per oggi è tutto. Alla prossima.